Hello, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Look at all you lovely people there in the chat. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Where is my remote? Literally right in front of me. Hope you're all well, everybody. I've sorted out... I'm just turning up the lights. I've sorted out some of the stream issues that we had last week. OBS did an update, and it broke everything. So that was fun. That was a fun one to figure out. I didn't enjoy it one bit. So there might be the occasional, like, accidental thing. So, like, I might have double audio at some point, or anything like that. Just shout at me so I can get all of those things sorted out. And I added a little sub counter down here because, as you can see, we're 51 away from 40,000. I thought it would be fun to see if it happened live on stream. So if it does happen live on stream, that would be excellent. And if you could tell your friends to come and subscribe to the channel to see that number go from 39,949 to 40, that would be lovely. But yes. So shouting at you if the sound goes wrong will get me in trouble as I'm at the office. Yeah, well, don't get in trouble. That's the last thing I want. It's the last thing that we need. I'm just going to open up the old camo. There we go. I filmed a pretty fun video today, which should go live for you tomorrow, involving this guy. It will be going through a review process this evening because I've got a lot to do. But you see this guy's leg? That's important for tonight's video. Cameron Simpson, thank you very much for becoming a member. That's very, very kind of you. Welcome to the team. Make sure to join the Discord. Where all the best people in the world hang out. Yes, I did do it. I am tiny, Sandor. That's an actual 32mm scale, 32mm scale miniature. I'm a mini man. Cameron, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, truly. I appreciate that more than you would know. Dan Robinson, thank you very much for upgrading your membership. You are now a battle hipster. That's one of my best bits of branding that I ever came up with was the Skirmish Hipster, Battle Hipster, War Hipster, and then War Hipster the Conqueror is on Patreon as well. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tell your friends, because we're painting something special. We've got some lyrics going on. Can you hear this? Oh yeah, I have 2 tutorials for Chaos Knights. House Korvax. So if I click this button now, this button Here he is. The original. The man, the myth, the legend. The model that started it all 26 years ago. Oh, hang on. I hate OBS so much. It is the worst. There we go. Have you ever done or considered doing a painting class online? I've done one before, and I have considered doing it again. It's just a case of organising it, selling it, promoting it, and then how to actually do it. It's all logistics that I don't have the time to sit and figure out. It's the same thing for Warhipster Fest. But OBS loves you. Sure. Now, can I zoom in? I think I can. So if I just go... No. Nope. That's my focus settings. Zoom. There we go. Cheeky little zoom in for you. So we're going to be painting up this guy tonight. And hopefully it will focus in a little bit better once I start getting some paint on it. So this is the first ever miniature that I painted many, many years ago. This is not the same one. The same one, I don't know where it is. But this one was sent to me by Chuey. And he's an absolute gent for doing so, because we're going to be painting him up tonight. And it should be reasonably quick to do, because we're going to be doing him with contrast paint. And I want to look at what they originally did for the... so I can copy the box art, as it were. There's one. Necrons through the ages. Ooh, interesting. Adrian, yeah, you could begin with Vallejo. You absolutely could. Vallejo would be a decent place to start, and even the Army Painter Speed Paint would be a decent place to learn how it works. It's cheaper. So, this is the picture for those of you who are interested. Whenever it decides to load. There's an article on Warhammer Community called Necrons Through the Ages from 3 years ago. I'm just going to drop that link there. So that's what it looks like. And that's what we're going to be doing. So... let's just open that up, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna chill. And the color that I'm gonna be using first is Iron Warrior. So if you have any questions, you have anything you want to talk about, let me know, and we'll start. We'll hang out. So I'm going to start with Iron Warriors because I want this to be a little bit darker. You'll be needing Goblin Green for the base. Yes. I think that is what I will do. If I get to that in time, I will do a green base. Do you know what I do have though, folks? I have a pot of goblin green. Here are my credentials. So if we get to it, we will do it. Do you know what? I think I've got a pot of Timbits somewhere. I think. And it would be awesome to use this, but that stuff is like rarer than rare. And it's one of those things where it's like those paints are so old now, where it's like you kind of just want to hold on to them and so that they work for as long as possible. And anyway, tin bits wouldn't be right for this version of the Necron. So we're going to get this Iron Warriors all over. We're going to do a couple of different spins on this, I reckon. So originally I would have painted this with bolt gun metal. I think is what it would have been. I think that was the paint I had. Do you know what I might do next week, guys? I have a box of Bretonnian men-at-arms, and I might build some for you. Is that silver? Yes, it is. I also have some really good news that last month was the very first month that I've ever not just broken even, but actually with all the stuff that I have to buy to keep the channel afloat, so like paints and brushes and primer and models and all this kind of stuff. Last month was the first month that I ever had a spare dollar afterwards. And it's all thanks to you guys for being so generous, so loving, such a wonderful community. That was able to happen, and I just kind of I got the confirmation through today. We're looking at the analytics and stuff, and it made me just kind of full of joy and hope that after 2 years of trying to make Warhipster happen as a legitimate business / production studio, that we actually got there. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. Because it was a seriously special moment. It kind of felt a little bit like vindication, you know? Oh, that's silver as well. Okay. I'm into it. I'm leaving the spine because I want to do that gold. Personal little affectations make all the difference, you see. You know what I would really like to see is a new set. Not next summer, the summer afterwards. I'd love to see GW make a bunch of new metallics and stuff. Because I would love, like, just some really, really dark, gloomy silver. Like, heavier even than Iron Warriors. I love Iron Warriors because of how much of a good solid base it provides. It's like how most of my golds I do with Retributor armor, because it just provides such a really solid and sexy base for all kind of the like warm golds that we have on most Games Workshop miniatures. I would love to see some more. We're almost there. Is that his hand? Yes. So we need to do his angry face. Is that a skull? I need to look at it. No, it's definitely still silver. But it is brighter. So we'll go for a brighter silver over the bits that we need to, and we'll do that before we do the shading. There we go. Let me just quickly look at the picture again, just see if there's any more silver. No, the gun is like very, very black. I do have a bit of silver on there actually. We'll add some silver affectations. We'll pop some up here at the top. So we'll pop some silver up there. Just grab this other side. Like that. And we'll also apply some just here on the housing. Like that. And we'll also apply some just here. Like that. We'll add a little bit just in here as well. Because why not, eh? There we go. So now I'm going to leave that to dry for a few minutes. Now let's have a little looky. Oh my goodness me, you've all been very generous. I have a high elf and goblin army to paint, begrudgingly on square bases. No, there's nothing begrudging about it. Square bases is the way forward. The old world is coming. Now paint him in like you would paint them French girls. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I would paint them silver. Captain Mannerings, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. That's very, very kind of you. Nick Strachan, Norm again, Leeks Veeks, James Cave, and Raf G. Congratulations on getting a gifted membership. Perhaps a nice bony matter on the spine. No, I don't want to put bony matter on it. Not right now. I want to go for some more metallics. Tim Chaser, welcome to being a member. Welcome, welcome. A mighty sneeze in the background. Yes, Alice has got a bit of the hay fevers, so you'll hear her downstairs. Have you tried the Vallejo metal color airbrush color paints? I've tried chrome. I'd like to get some more. It's just like I said, it's a case of like having the money to buy it. So like when I did the Vallejo Express, that I bought all of that to do it, and like I would do the same thing for the Vallejo metal colors. It's just a case of like having the time and then doing it and then trying it out. And what I would only ever do with those is I would use them on stream to do comparisons. And I think the best way to do it is rather than directly comparing one with the other, you need a range of products. So I really liked making that video for doing a kind of cross section of them all. 8 of the 40k homeboy is here. Ooh, we've gained 2 subscribers. 39,951. Let's go, baby. I'm a proper YouTuber now. I think they recently sorted out their naming conventions a little bit, Vallejo. So I like that, like with the Express colours, for example, you now have the orange banding on it. And it is just called Express Colour. It's not like called Vallejo One Coat Express Super Colour AIM, which is good stuff. What would you recommend to use instead of Cryptek Armor Shade Gloss as it's no longer available in following your Vindictors tutorial? I think instead of Cryptek Armor Shade Gloss, if you thin down Agrax Surfshade with a bit of Lamium Medium, it takes on a bit of a glossy finish. So maybe like 1 or 2 brushes of Agrax Earthshade on a palette, or even something like Targal Raidshade. But mostly Agrax, I think, is probably the right thing to do. But if you want to go really warm, you could use Carroburg Crimson. You could use Reikland Fleshshade. If you just add Lamium Medium to it, it takes on a slightly glossy finish, and then it's not like pure gloss paint, which is a shame because Cryptic Armor Shade Gloss is a lovely paint. I still have a pot of it. I nearly bought like 3 or 4 more so that I could. Yeah, look, here we go. But I won't use it in tutorials because it would be awful for me to do that. Big fan of your work. How would you paint the free RBTs this month to stand out? Our store has a painting competition. Robocop comes to mind. I would paint it like Judge Dredd is how I would do it. I'd use a really dark blue for the uniform, and then I would go with like red piping and gold on the top epaulets and all that kind of thing. That's how I would do it. I think it would look really cool. But then I reckon a bunch of people will do that. Robocop would be really cool. What's the next Contrast Plus tutorial? I'm craving for a new one. Jesse, you'll have to wait and find out. You'll find out very soon. I have a video coming out tomorrow, as I mentioned, which is about painting techniques. So one thing that's been asked quite a bit is like, do you have any techniques or tips for helping with edge highlighting? I filmed that today. I got it edited and it's uploading now. That'll come out tomorrow, hopefully, if it's not terrible. It's going through an editing process at the moment. So there's a talk in that about brush control, thinning and mixing paints, edge highlighting, all that kind of stuff. So just a couple of extra things to help level up your painting. And then we'll have we'll have a bunch of videos. I've actually got 3 lined up for next week, starting on Saturday, and you'll find out what those are very soon. 10th edition models eventually. I think someone said surely they're going to send you a Leviathan box. One can hope, and if they don't, I'll paint it up anyway. I'll paint the whole thing, and I'm thinking Blood Angels versus High Fleet Leviathan. Okay. So, we've got our Iron Warriors on there for our Iron Warrior. He's not an Iron Warrior. He's a warrior made of iron. I'm just gonna... You should paint my new successor chapter, Bone Angels, with bony matter armor. You and I have bonded so well over bony matter. Maybe I'll use bony matter in the video for you. Hive Fleet bony matter. Let's just see if I can get this to focus just a little bit more. Because it's currently doing a sort of artificial zoom. Or maybe, I've got an idea. If I do that, but go into the telephoto lens. Whoa! There we go. We're back. Okay. So, what we're going to do now... This is me loving OBS some more. Love it so much. Best app in the world. We're going to use... maybe Iron Breaker to make it really bright. Let's do that. Ooh, boy, do I need a new pot of this. Oh, I bought a new pot of this. Excellent. There we go. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some iron breaker. I'm going to apply this over the flat areas before we do any shading to make him really bright. So we're just going to pick out the armor of the legs. Like so. And of the torso. Like that. So we're creating two different layers. You can pop it around the face as well. Like that. And then on the top of the head. I'm going to pop some of this iron breaker. Like that. We're going to add some to the arm. Like so. I'm going to go over the top of the shoulders. Going proper bright town here. Pop some over his bum. Here we go. Sufficiently bright and shiny. You want to go full Salam? We went full Salam, PT. I can go Salam again. Hello to FQ. Did you hear leaks? I hear they can be very damaging to your plumbing. 57 likes on the stream. You guys are awesome. Can we get to 100? Should we see if we've got any closer to... Oh, 39,952. Hello, Rez Sue. Hello, Peter. I need to text you back. I've had a busy day. I shall text you back, my friend. 66 likes. 3 more. And then it's the nice number. Sue. He's sufficiently bright. I'm into it. So what I think I will do is black next. Let's do some Black Templar. So I'm going to use some Black Legion now. I'm going to pop this over the top of the gun. Because why the heck not? Bosh. I'm also going to pop this over the little fiber cables. In his tummy. Like that. I'm going to do a little bit in there. Like so. I was about to stop recording there. Hello, Mr. Gwatkin. $70 likes on the stream. We went past the magic number. Let's change the music. What are you guys in the mood for? Any requests? Has to be royalty free. Rock. Would you like 50s rock, 60s rock, 70s rock, 80s rock, 90s rock, noughties rock, 10s rock, alternative, hard rock, metal, post rock, or punk? Jazz. '40s rock. Should I just ask it to give me a rock playlist? We can have that for 20 minutes. Let's see what happens. Go. You can't hear the music. Well, we can do something about that. Once it starts playing. Can you hear it now? Am I punishingly loud? Let me just turn myself down a little bit. Wood and water, stock and stone, I can master. But there's a wizard. We need a blue. That's what we need. We need a blue colour. I'm going to go with Celestium blue. Louder. the neck was inside him all along. So we also need a green. I feel like this should be quite violently green. I think it should be Karandras green. I'm going to do Karandras green. Now, according to this, the large cable is like a dark brown. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use sidewall brown here. Like that. Oh, hang on. I missed the handle. Black Legion. There we go. So now we need some gold. Oh, we lost a subscriber. I upset someone. Is there any more gold? No. So what we're going to do... There we go. So I think I need to shade that green just to take the edge off it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Mantis Warriors green over the top. I'm also going to use the Mantis Warriors green. And this smooth cable. Just like that. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of Runal brass. To pick out some additional details, such as the spine. Like that. I'm also going to use this on the mechanical sections. Gun. Just add a little bit of visual interest here. like so. And then all that's left is to take some Flesh Tearers Red. And use a slightly smaller brush for this bit. This, these little cables in the neck. Now, I'm going to leave it to dry for a few minutes. How are we? Hanging out? Feeling cool? Is that the Chaos Knights army set? Oh yeah, it's a hefty piece. It's a hefty set of plastic, that one. Why has the music died? When the music died. Oh, there we go. Watching me while you're building Araman. Excellent. Missed a little bit of black. Tiny little bit. Enough to make it work. Hefty bit of Black Legion that I missed there. It's one of the things about painting these old metal models is there's always those hidden little corners. Didn't know were there until you get up close and personal with them all. Can barely hear you over the music. You. I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. How's that? Always good to see you in the chat, less posh Josh. Full salam? I'm going to finish this Necron. Then I've got to pack a bag. And I'm on track to be able to open my chiropractor's surgery. For I am going to the Isle of Wight for 5 days with my family. He's not far away actually. So what I'm intending to do with this is shade it in just a moment, then we'll dry brush it, then we'll do the lenses, and then he's done. Oh, it's so good to paint this guy again. Always go full salam. I feel like I should stream DMZ. I might start a Twitch and do video game streaming over there. And then be really sad if that became more popular than my 40k channel over here on YouTube. Well, they're not really sad because, you know, growth is all about, it's all about growth. He was the first ever model I owned, Joe. Hey, we're getting 2 subscribers. Way. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to grab Targor Raid Shade. And we're going to apply this over top of all of it. I love Targor Raid Shades so much. You got me in stereo. Conic, I haven't seen it yet, no, but I've been told that it's actually really good. Hello, Trick86. Greetings to you from England. You re-inspired me to paint miniatures after a 6-month hiatus. Well, I'm very glad. Laura, I think I'm calling my Gretchen done. I do love those Gretchen. Oh, I've got a Makari to paint, you know. Maybe I could do that on a stream. Because he doesn't warrant a whole video. Because it'll be like 10 minutes long. I've got a lot of orcs to paint, actually. In fact, I think I've got some of the original, like, metal Gretchens somewhere. I know that I've got some plastic ones with the little spike helmets. Barry Steinman, is there any recommendation on easy white Tau armor technique? Not as good as you. The easiest way to do Tau armor, I reckon, if you spray it with white scar and then just use the new Nuln oil over the top of it, you'll get a really nice finish. It'll be like a bright grey, but you'll get a really good click. Because the key with it, if you don't want it to be too precise, is if you want it to be really precise, you're going to recess shade it with like a black or something. But that takes a lot of precision, right? If you spray it white scarf and just use new Nuln oil over the top of it, it'll be grey-ish, but it will still be quite bright, and you'll get really good recessed lines. Do you think you will ever get all the Primarchs or paint them, even though it would be pricey to get all of them? I want to. How many have I done now? I've done Horus Ascended. I've done Horus. This is Forge World, right? Horus Ascended, Horus, Magnus the Red, the Lion, the Khan, Sanguinius, Dawn, 7? Yeah, I've done 7 of the now 19 models available, so 12 more. There's a plan to get Morty. I need to text Peter. He says he's got a Morty for me. So that would be 8. I would love to get the rest of them. It's just, as you say, it is really, really expensive. I mean, 10 of them. What are they? £70 each? £90 each? Let me go and have a look. Forge World. Character series. So 80, 170, 260, 340, 420, wait, 500, 580, 660, 740, 820, 990, £1,005. So it'd be exactly £1,005 to pick up the remaining 12. Almost to 40k. Indeed, we are very close to 40k. Should we see if we've got any more? No. Who has 47 friends with YouTube accounts? Why are you shouting numbers? I was adding up how much it would cost to get all of the... My one friend is streaming. You have more than one friend. And Adam isn't live. So he's nearly dry. Nearly there. I got a new one, Kamu. I'm trying to find the original one. I don't know where he is, but I will find him. He is currently at what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. But we're not going to leave him there, no. We're going to take him to the next level, and we're going to do this by adding some highlights. Doing it live. You can tell I've got my confidence and my swagger back, right? It's amazing what a good few days with a good few days without a back problem does for your confidence. I've got one of my first ever Blood Angels. I know where he is, and it's terrible because it's been painted like 5 different times. I put a picture of that on my Instagram. I need to find it again. I know which box it's in. I know where the box is. I just need to dig it out. I'm going to show you where that is. Do you know what I used to, when I was a kid? I used to think that because, you know, the metal models have a silver undercoat, I used to base coat everything by hand, so I didn't used to prime things with a rattle can. So what I would do for swords and things is I would just peel off the paint. So I'd be like, yeah, there you go. Some really nice silver. It looks terrible, but I had a Grey Knight Terminator somewhere that looks like that. It's bad. It's very bad. But yeah, it feels wonderful to be painting this. 26 years later. It's a quarter of a century of painting Warhammer. Can you believe it? Is this a raid happening? Is Liam sent the Great Hall? Carl of Hodgie, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. Hartleypud DA, Reborn Pasture, Peter Hoyland, Tim Chaser, I know, Tom the Hobbit, Il Stephen, Patrick G, Stephen Noulet, Underdog Painting, okay, Luke Mulholland, congratulations. Liam. Liam. A raid from the Great Hall. Hello, everyone. Oh my god, Mandy, thank you so much for the 50. The real goal needs to be 69k. Liam's fault. I would love to get to 69k. That's when I have to stop. Or 420k. Why is your tracker not going up? I don't know. That's oh my god! 40,022! There it is! 40,022! It happened on stream! Yeah! We need like a party song. This music's way too sad. What is this? This is way too like no. Let's throw on Life is a Party by John Runefight. Liam, you absolute hero. $40,000 for 40,000. Which means a line in the video that goes live tomorrow is now completely defunct. Oh my god. Whew. That's worn me out. Oh, Liam, thank you very much. And thank you, everybody who has just joined the stream. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the gifted members, for the super chats. Let's scroll back up. Eston Jones, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. Tyler, thank you very much for the gifted. Big Bad Peter Gaming, thank you very much for the 2. Liam Raid. Jack Waller, thank you very much for the 1.99. Blight Lord Emil, thank you very much for the 5. Oh my god. Xena, this is a Liam raid. Thank you very much for the 1.99. The Liam crew is on the raid path again, not the raid Shadow Legends. Liam, man, thank you so much, buddy. Subbed because you keep carrying Liam on DMZ. Look, on Monday we played a few games and Liam absolutely carried Joe and I. It's the one time he wasn't streaming, Liam carried Joe and I for like 3 or 4 games. He got the most kills a couple of times. Got the most revives. There's one where he got 7 revives or something like that. Got us out. Thank you so much, guys. Leaks Weeks, thank you for the 1.99. Garsty, thank you very much for the 2. Vicious Goose for the dance. Thank you very much, buddy. Yamail, welcome to the 41st millennium. If Liam did not stream it, it did not happen. I shall defend Liam's honour. Oh my goodness me. 40,030. We've crossed the Rubicon here. We're a serious channel. I should do a TikTok dance to celebrate. Right, shall we finish this Necron? It's very warm up here, and I just made it warmer with all that jubilation. You just made it very hot in here with all of your generosity. You are amazing. Thank you so much. A Fortnite dance. I'll floss. I'm not very good at flossing. I can do it really slowly. You can't see. Whew. Alright, just for fun. Liam is the hero we need and the one we deserve. Thank you so much, buddy. If you're still here, if you're not, I shall personally text you with a massive thank you. And guys, if you're not subscribed already, do head over. To Liam Dempsey. Do head over to him now and give him a subscribe as well. And if you want to catch some Call of Duty Warzone action with Liam himself and myself and Mr. Joe, head over and subscribe to LT Dempsey. He's so close to monetizing the channel. Right, Stormhost Silver. I'm going to dry brush our Necron now. I'm going to catch all the metallics. I would use Necron Compound, but Necron Compound doesn't have enough oomph. That technical painter's term, oomph. We're also going to dry brush this over the top of the black of the gun, so it's got that kind of more industrial feel to it. I'm amazed that I can concentrate on this right now. 40,000 subscribers. Just in time for Warhammer 40k 10th edition, where you know we're going to have tons of video content, tons and tons of painting content. We'll get some battle reports on the go. I'll force Alice to learn how to play the game. As soon as that stuff is in hand, it's all go, baby. There you go. How good does that look? Cheeky little Stormhost Silver dry brush. Just going to grab a little bit more paint. And just very gently catch some of these areas that we've not managed to grab. There we go. Oh, Soul Reaper, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. It's very, very kind of you. Do you think you will do a how to play for 10th? Yeah, I would like to. I would like to do a full how to play. I'd like to kind of just like pick out the most important parts of it and just kind of explain the difference. That for me, I think, is the most important part. As like in terms of like how it affects the way that I play the game. But I'm thinking about doing is because the indexes are a thing, right? So getting all the factions for free apparently, and so maybe just kind of doing a summary of how they're different, because I've got most armies, as you can see, and between Adam and I, we've definitely got all the armies. I'm looking forward to how I see the paint the new Librarian and Leviathan kit as well, Barry. Did you hear about the new Combat Patrol game mode? Pits the boxes up against each other. I did, Vicious Goose, and it makes me want to revive the Combat Patrol series, which I stopped doing because it was a lot of work, because it was painting tons of models at once, and they were something like 2 or 3. Res. Would you like to make some 10th content as well? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a little bit of Liberator Gold. Just a tiny little bit. I'm just going to apply this over the top of these bits, and I'm going to cheat by going straight from the pot. Like that. If Adam was here, I would suggest that we bin off his stag do and we play Warhammer 10th edition. But he's not. And he'll get mad. How to play for newbies. I haven't played since 3rd. Yes. Okay, we can do that. How to play and how to crush. Eyeing up the sisters. Have you been eyeing up the sisters, Gwilkin Gaming? Right. Bit of Flesh Terror's red. I'm just going to move on from that. I'm going to apply this over his eyeballs. I'm so pleased you guys got to be... For one, I'm really, really grateful that you guys got me to that milestone. But I'm also just so pleased that we got to do that live on stream. You've no idea how much it means to me for those things to happen. There we go. So now we're going to use a little bit. I don't think they will change the combat patrol boxes. I think they're here to stay in the way that they are. You might see some new ones. So like the Space Marine one and the Tyrannid one, I reckon, will change. Or you'll get an additional. Yes, I'm being really irresponsible right now and just going straight from the pot. But sometimes you don't need to thin it all down. When you've only got small little bits to do. Ooh. And there we have it. That is one finished Necron. The Silent King just got a mad upgrade. Funnily enough, that is something that we can do. Not based, not finished. Oh yeah, good point. Well, if we're going to do it properly... So I'm going to use bit of glue. I'm going to add a bit of water to said glue. And I'm going to paint PVA glue all over the base. And I have this bag of old basing mix from Games Workshop from many moons ago. We're just gonna there you go. There you go. Oh, I feel very, very whole. Very, very complete right now. No, it was not that easy 26 years ago. Not even close. Ooh, 40,034. We'll let it dry for a few minutes. No, it was considerably more difficult 26 years ago. What I might do is paint up another one and then give it away on stream. Because I have another one here. I'm very, very pleased with that. I kind of want to do a whole Goblin Green Army now. Maybe that's what I should do for Leviathan. Goblin Green bases? You guys down with that? Why have you sent me a voice note, Rich? What does it say? Does it say what I think it says? Baby shark. Oh my goodness me. I think you're right. I do need to clip that from earlier. Well, thank you very, very much, everybody. Tonight has been very special once again. I have a lot to be thankful for in my life, and it really does mean the world to me and everybody here at Warhipster Studios, which is me. Your continued ongoing support participation, chats, super chats, memberships, all of that. It's truly astounding. And to be able to, 26 years later, paint a Necron once again. And to be able to, like I said, to be able to sit here 26 years later, if you told 6-year-old me that this would be something that would happen, he would have giggled at you and thought you were talking smack. Warhound Titan hot tub washing stream to celebrate. Oh, we do need to do the Warhound Titan. What is your fave Necron model? My fave Necron model is your least favorite Necron model, Illuminor Xerath. And that's not just to be an ass, but it is my favorite Necron model. Yeah, we need to get the Warhound Titan done. I shall endeavour to get it built this month. And maybe we'll do that as a 24-hour stream that I want to do. We are over. Yeah, right. You love me. So here we are. The base needs another quick go round. But 26 years later, our Necron painted once again. He rides again. And I'm so very, very pleased, and I'm so very, very proud. I'm so very, very full of warm, lovely feelings right now. That's exactly what we're going to go and do, Dave. We're heading to the Isle of Wight for 5 days. Tomorrow we're heading to the Isle of Wight with my family. And we come back on Monday. Monday afternoon. Adam, Josh and Rich together doing the wash stream, where we all sit in the bathtub with each other. But yes, it is time to end the stream, as I've now got to go and pack a bag for the Isle of Wight, and then I've got a little bit of admin left to do this evening. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you all very, very, very soon. See you tomorrow. With another video, and I will see you at the weekend with another video, and then there'll be 2 more next week, and then maybe 6 the following week. Who knows? Who knows? I'm feeling buzzy. Anyway, don't turn off. Why am I not turning off, Liam? I have to go. I've got to go and pack a bag. A raid? Another one? You can't raid me twice one evening. My heart can't take it. My little heart will burst. Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, here, another raid. I mean, I'm incredibly grateful. I've got a thumbnail I need to make. The raid is back. Oh no! I don't want to go. I've got to go back a bag. Liam's just finished his stream. You have returned. Painting Necrons to a man of culture, unlike that Liam fellow. Mandy, thank you very much. Would you like to have a look at the Necron again? Here he is. From a bygone age. I need to pick up the Overlord, actually. I'll try and find him. Shall I do some investigating? It's very old. This was the first model I ever. There's not this specific one. The specific one I don't know where it is, but this was the first ever model I got. So it was in a white dwarf that my mum bought me, and then for my birthday last September, Chuey sent me this one, and it's really nice to be able to sort of 26 years later paint up another one. And you know, I need to find the old one so I can put him side by side with the old one, and you can see what difference quarter of a century makes. But yeah, there he is. We painted that this evening, 2 hours. And previously it would have taken me many moons to paint one, and nowhere even near to that standard. But then we don't have contrast paints back then. So I have another one. So here's the other one. And then there was a third pose, I believe, one where it's holding the gun like this, where it's proper like crouched over. And then there was the Overlord, who looked interesting. He was an interesting fellow. And we then had more Lembas bread. And then there was the old Scarabs, and that was my introduction into 40k. And then after that, I had the old war boss, the old metal one, whose arms used to fall off. So Abaddon used to get it all the time, but the old metal war boss, his arms used to fall off too, as well as Gazkul's. Gazkul's used to fall off all the time. He was a hench metal boy, doing that kind of walking forwards thing. It's a really cool old model. I had that. Orcs really captured me for a bit, and I had bunch of the old Gretchen with their little Blitzkrieg helmets. That's what that is. It's a spike on top of the helmet. And then Liam coming in here with the 10 gifted. Liam, what are you doing to me? You're trying to kill me with your generosity. Or you're just not trying to kill me. I hope you're not trying to kill me, unless it's in the DMZ. I got the old Orc Flamer half track. It's metal and plastic. Yeah, I think I had that as well. I remember desperately wanting Mega Knobs. I just never had the money to get them. I shall continue to pay it forward, Liam. I have a plan for the next time we DMZ. I'll tell you about it. Not in terms of the game, just in terms of the channel. Yes, everybody, if you got a gifted sub from Liam, do thank him. That's very, very generous of him. He's out here being a bloody legend, as always. And yeah, tonight we return to our very roots. In fact, I know where a bunch of my old Lord of the Rings models are. I can definitely pull those out and you see the difference between then and now. Because that was my next foray into Warhammer. So I had a bit of time off. It's a shame you didn't start with High Elves, as I have a model or two there I could donate to the cause. Do you know, when I did fantasy very briefly, I had some old Empire models. But in fact, for Frodo. So let me know if you guys are into this. But very soon, I would like to build up a few of these. So we have Bretonnian Men-at-Arms. Here they are. The box is absolutely ruined, but let me just pull that bag out of the way. Some other square-based models. Here we have it. What passed for instructions? The old yeah, look at that for an ancient transfer sheet. So we have some old, very old treasure trove this. So yes, this is something I would like to do. Pew pew, Captain Mannering, thank you very much for the gifted 1 membership. That's very, very kind. What's the booklet under the transfer sheet? The booklet is this, where it just gives you the old Hordes of Chaos. Yeah. Ancient. Ancient box of loveliness. Yeah, I love the old hexagonal ones. You mean like this one? Oh, now I have to put this back in the box. It is a pop lid. Oh, these were definitely bought new as well. Yes, res. When was this paint? Doesn't have a date on it. Does it have a date on it? No, it's not quite older than you. I'm so hyped for the old world. So very hyped for the old world. It's going to be great. I always really liked Flesh Wash. It smelled horrible. Truly disgraceful. $40,040. Some might say that's an omen. Are you okay with old minis in a new launch box? Yeah, 100%. I just want them. I just want the minis. I just want the minis. I just want the old world. I just want it now. Warhammer Fest was such a tease. Such a tease. Right. I really do have to go. 15 minutes bonus. Thank you so much, Liam, for the double raid and for the gifted memberships. And thank you, everybody else, for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much for the super chats. I was in the midst of telling you how much I love you. I love you even more now. I love you, I love you, I love you. You guys are amazing. You guys are wonderful. And you make my day every time we do this. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. But no, I do seriously have to bounce because I've got to go and pack a bag. But I will catch you all very, 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 very soon. And yeah, thank you so much. 40,000! Not quite. Anyway, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Keep kicking ass out there. I will see you all next week on another live stream. Bye. Bye now. Bye.